Drive-ins, they were the hip place to be back in the 1950s and 60s, and even though it's a thing of the past, one drive-in is keeping its history alive. John Lynn has a story in this week's Your Hometown.
In North Augusta, South Carolina, there's a family drive-in that has been a landmark since 1964, where people cherish memories of the past and celebrate good times in the present. When you cruise into the Cap, you'll feel as if you've driven straight back into the early 60s. Both the inside and out remain true to the period, and the old neon sign hasn't changed either, and owner Rachel Franklin wouldn't change a thing.
I get chill bumps because I'm very sentimental. My mother came from a very large family. I love history. I think it's fascinating to carry on tradition.
Mr. Grant Hoyer built the first franchise snow cap in Aiken and then opened the location in North Augusta, and was then owned by Mr. Charles Terry before Rachel and her husband took over the business in 1996. The Aiken store is no longer, but the snow cap in North Augusta is thriving. Rachel has been successful due to her customers and hard work.
Those repeat customers that come back and they want to show their children and their grandchildren, and they constantly come in and tell their stories.
The menu is still pretty much the same as it was back in 1965. From the famous root beer floats, to the hand-dipped ice cream, to hamburgers and hot dogs, and even the coleslaw.
The menu has been the same. I have tried so hard to keep the menu in the same format of the first printed menu and improve it every year.
Along with the great food and nostalgia, Rachel is always giving back to the community by forming the Community Awareness Program, or CAP, that helps assist nonprofit groups of all kinds and even holds charity events at the drive-in. One of the best times to drop in is the last Saturday night of each month when the Snow Cap hosts its classic car cruise-ins. Expect to enjoy oldies music and trivia games. Take a hula hoop for a spin and watch the cars gather as the drive-in celebrates 4 decades of summer fun. The Snow Cap Drive-In is celebrating 50 years of service to the community and keeping the nostalgia alive.
But I had one guy tell me, I come here because it is nostalgia. That's the answer to your question. People want to bring their kids to something that's different.
For Your Hometown Stories, I'm John Lynn.
Now I'm hungry.